Hi guys, welcome to another Shonky Tour video. Today I'm up in Manod Mine and I just walked up 3 inclines and I'll show you a bit of footage of me walking up the inclines at the start of the video, or just after this though, because those inclines were the only inclines in Blaenau where you could actually, were on a proper angle and a decent angle to be able to use the famous Cwt Y, the wild cars, where it used to be just like a little go-kart on rails for the miners to come home, so save them walking down. So nearly up the first incline. One down, 2 more to go. Second incline. Oh, it looks quite misty up Manod where I need to go. One down, 2 more to go. Second incline. Oh, it looks quite misty up Manod where I need to go. Nearly halfway up, and this is Ceunant Ddu, or Cwt Y quarry. When we get to the top of this incline, you'll see the 2 big open pits for the used to get the slates. An old bridge what they used when they were tipping waste. I think the mills were on the next level. What you'll always see in a slate mine, an old lorry or tractor what they'd use to, well, it has a crane to lift the slates. I am up the second incline, and this is where the mills used to be. There used to be a water wheel there, and this was the open quarry what they'd mine. And there's another one next door, and that's the last incline I got to climb, the longest and steepest of the 3. And the weather's getting a bit horrible, starting spitting with rain, so hopefully I don't get too wet because I haven't got much of a raincoat on. There's Diffwys Mills, level 6 mills in the distance. Well, I'm higher than Diffwys. I am 3/4 of the way up now. The incline finishes there. I need to get right up there. I'm just going to have a quick coffee on this level. At the moment, I'm just having a quick coffee and having a quick look at the drainage at it. the old workings and the old drainage adits of Manod Mine. So I'm just gonna finish my coffee and we'll go in. Lovely. Right, let's get the torch out the pocket. So this doesn't go in too far. So this was probably an old traffic adit, what they used to bring carts in and out until they turned it into a drainage adit. And it dammed it up. And usually you can hear a lot of water running behind here. But not today. I'm on top of a third incline. It's gone a bit misty. So I must have been on mill level up here back in the day. Probably a magazine, that building on its own. Remains of an old crane, one of those cable pull cranes, not hydraulic at all. It's been here for years, it says. Wow, I don't think I've noticed this before. We must have pulled it out of a waste or something, out the tips. Old waste cart. A modern drilling rig. Big crater. All this used to be underground where I'm standing. You can just see the old underground workings. And well, it's too misty to see the adits. The buggers have blasted and blown the back way in because they've sealed the whole place. To stop people getting in. Where there's a will, there's a way. Just had to do a big detour. The old working face. It's going to be a mission getting in here because I know how hard it is to get down. Because where I'm standing, although it's been filled in, this would have been high up on the face. And this is the first time I've seen one of these. A little swing. What the miners will probably sit on while they're making those drill holes. They'd be sitting there drilling away. Wow, that's good. Well, I'm glad really I come up this way. and what would have been high up on the face. We've got the old miner's catwalk. I need to get down. More miner's catwalks. I need to get down there. Well, 10 out of 10 for being a numpty. I've just been to the back entrance and they haven't filled it in at all. I just couldn't find the exact place of it because it's just hard to find. What an idiot. So I went on that detour for nothing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at the main gate. It's a very sensitive location. I don't want anyone to find a way in because it's a working mine. Right, I'm at the main gate. What a gate it is. The iconic, massive gate. I mean, a massive adit, tunnel, whatever you want to call it. Don't need my light in here, there's already floodlights. You can guess what's in there. Used to be a machine tool shop probably. Very bright in here. That's it. The Floodlight Chamber. You'll see why now. Don't even need my lights on in here. Well, at least you get the slates on here. That used to be a working chamber. I'll give you a brief history of a mine. It was opened in 1830, I think. And then during the Second World War, the government took possession of a mine to store all the national treasures and the artwork. And also, I don't think many people knew it, but also some of the crown jewels were stored in here as well. And because I was in school with Glyn Williams' grandson, Glyn Williams used to own Oakley's, this quarry, a few others over the years, Bryn Egworth. He owned a lot of slate mines, and then his sons and took them over as well. So I was in school with one of his grandsons. So I was lucky enough to be one of the first to get in this mine when it was given back to the owners, like from the government. So I was able to see all the storage buildings and stuff intact. And as you can see, they've gone to a great lengths to try and seal the mine to stop people getting in. Because of a quick little story, they were going to renew their explosives licence, and they got refused their explosives licence because the mine was unsecure. I think they might have seen photos of us, our photos on Facebook or something, I don't know. But anyway, they had to really secure the mine before they got given their explosives licence, so which they have done. So all the entrances are now totally secure. But as you can see, me being me, Shonky Tours, I know how to get in, and this is how secure it actually is. Woo. So it's just a nice change to be in this mine, because I haven't made a video in here before. Now we get into the start of the buildings, brick buildings what they made for the arch depositories. But before we go in, we'll have a quick look at these chambers, seeing as we're here. Huge chambers. What I'll do, I'll go up there. You can get up there. I'll go for a quick walk up there. I'm going to go up this little incline manway here, just so you can have a look at the chamber in the top. Nearly up. I think there's an old winch up here as well. There must have been an old wooden winch up here. Oh. Here's the remains of the winch. That's the chamber I was in earlier. Eva and myself squeezed in there last time we were here. I think it's just an old bottle at the end of it. I could pretend I'm a miner and walk along the rail. No, not today. Back down. Hey, an old Corona bottle. Remember those back in the day? What you always find in a slate mine? A teapot. Crane. There's an old winch, an old crane wheel there. Big wheel anyway. Right, I'm going to go to the main part again. I don't know if this boulder's just fallen down. It wasn't there last time I was here. This must have rolled down here. Yeah, come tank. So flooded. Oops. This way first then. All these buildings had to be air conditioned and kept at a certain humidity because of all the artworks, precious artworks inside. These are the crates. Probably all the artwork coming and stuff. And here's one of the Cambridge recorder. Those are one of the old detectors for humidity. Here's a better looking one. All the foam to protect the artwork. Oh, 1981 News of the World. Is it? Yeah, News of the World. It's big. Bigger than it used to be. 40 years old. walk up the steps. All the chambers are named. And this just leads out to a chamber in the back. Oops, nothing. I'm in the old workings part now. Yeah, I'll be able to tell with the old newspapers. Yeah, newspaper 1940. Back of the chamber. Oops, my phone's going funny. An old tripod crane. So these are the actual old workings. It's hard to go back the way I came. I love slate steps in a slate line. Before I go up to the old incline on the old workings, I'll have a quick look this way. Hey, dried milk, what the miners might use instead of milk to make a cup of tea. This is another chamber. We've got some polythene up there to keep the water out. More or less empty. I use the carts and the locals to bring everything in. These tunnels are nice and big. Oh, size of that slab that's fallen. Yeah, apparently, according to my dad and a few others, the slate in this mine, Manod, is one of the best slates in Festiniog. And you can actually tell really by just looking at it, that's how good it is. Not that I'm a rock man or anything, but it just looks nicer. They even had a contract for some Arab royalty and everything to supply them with slates. But I think it fell through after them producing all the slates ready for them. I've seen some of these in Milda's mango mine. Philips flash bulbs for the old cameras. They used to take a lot of photos in here when all the artwork was here and stuff to make sure it all was good. One of the old inclines. One of the old inclines on here. Sorry about my head torchlight. The flood has knackered on it. Too much water got into it when I was climbing bulk glass for Milda. Alright, some old graffiti. 1937. Shelf. I think we've been up here by myself, it's just a big chamber. The old incline. I'll wander around here, I'll start filming if I see anything exciting. I'll go up there just to see what's there so I haven't missed anything. I'll put it back on the top. Right, I'm up in the top. chamber. Oof. Back down. There's some old cigarettes here somewhere. I don't like the way my head torch is. It's only got the spot on. Got some little steps going down here. Oh. Just go through to the chamber next door. I think the one I was just looking at. Can you see these steps? Oh, here's some cigarette packets. Oh, nice old wild wood barns. Look, pack of 5s. Or is it pack of 10? Little manway. I think this is just a small tube. Yeah, it just goes up to the chamber I was in earlier. Look if there's anything down here. I don't think there was. Look. Yeah, my head torch, because it's on the spot and not flood. I need my big torch to walk with, really, because it's hard to see with it. Oh, look at that slab falling out the ceiling, crushed that building. Oh, some more steps going up here. Usually there's always steps next door to an incline. As a miners would always go up the steps, not the incline. And this just goes to that flooded chamber in there. Yeah, that just goes to that flooded chamber I just come from earlier with the floodlights. Have a look anyway. No, it just goes to the base of the chamber. I'm on my knees, like, and it just doesn't go anywhere. I don't know if there's a way down this way. Nope. Okay, all these have roofs on them. So back up the incline for me. Oh no, I go up the steps for a change. We can see where the ceiling has just fallen out. These big slabs. Low up here. I need to back down then. I knew there was another cigarette packet somewhere. Some more wild woodbines. A cigarette of choice. Chamber number 5. Right, I'm back here. So have a quick look in here. I think this is where I was earlier, looking down at by the incline, where I had to turn around. You couldn't get in. Yeah, because I was up there in that corner there. A lot of transformers in here. Look this way. Oh, the pressure on the roof coming down. Quick look. Oh. That's just a filled-in chamber, and that flooded one I was looking at earlier. Yeah, it's the flooded chamber down here. I'll go for a quick look anyway down. It's only down here. I think around the corner there was that floodlight chamber. Oh, back up. This bloody big boulder just fallen down and I was trying to squeeze through. Lucky I was able to hold it up before it squashed me. The thing is, I haven't got enough room to get out now. I tried 3 times to squeeze up, but oh, looks like I'm stuck. Ripping my coat, all sorts, my back of a coat, everything. Looks like I'm going to have to go the long way round again. Ugh. Right, I'm out safe. Got a nice long walk back home now. My legs are like jelly already. With all the climbing I've done, up and down, up and down. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next Shonky Tour. Thanks for watching. Bye.